On Monday, we will celebrate the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and leaders say that he focused on a lot of things: poverty, racism, and violence. And there are so many events planned around town, but there's a big event planned in downtown St. Louis honoring the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Here with me this morning is Gary Boyd and Merdine Gales to tell us about the big event, the annual event that takes place in downtown St. Louis. And I want to welcome you this morning.
Thank you, Kelly.
Can you tell us what's planned for Monday?
It is the 51st anniversary here in St. Louis, because we were organized really almost 2 days after his death, an ad hoc committee. But downtown will be at the old courthouse. It's at 4th and Market, and that's where the civic ceremony will take place, with all the elected officials and dignitaries bringing remarks and statements of concern that will be relative to just the holiday. We try to make it a holy day, if you can understand. Dr. King's life was given for poverty, racism, and violence, as you just said. So then we will, after that, we will march to the interfaith service, which will be at the Leonard Missionary Baptist Church. And it's off of Dr. King on Compton. Bishop Stephen Thompson is the pastor, but it is not a day off, it's a day on. It's hard to create a world of comfort without being a part of the suffering yourself. And that's what happened to Dr. Martin Luther King. Actually, we're about the second largest. We never cancel.
I was going to say, it's going to be cold, but
Mr. Gary, the king of hospitality, who's a member of the committee and program chairperson. Last year, the government buildings were locked, and we still had it, and we still marched. And we're doing the same thing this year. Is that right, Mr. Gary?
I tell you what, we're doing it. We're doing it. But we know when we march, your people will say, guess what, I'm off work. I ain't doing nothing. That's not what it's all about. We need you to get up. We need you to come out. We need you to march no matter what the weather's going to end up being. But we want you to be smart, because the weather forecast has already told us how cold it's going to be outside. So we just need you to bundle up, and we need you to come with a spirit of what does this really mean. And a lot of people say, well, Dr. Martin Luther King, the kids don't know who they are. Kelly, I'm here to tell you and everybody who's listening this morning, some people don't know who their daddy is. They don't know who their daddy is. So how would you know who Dr. Martin Luther King is? It's for us to take the families back. We got to go back and we got to say, this is what Dr. Martin Luther King stood for. So when we talk about poverty, we talk about racism, that's what we want people to do. Come march and represent your family, represent what you're supposed to be about, and just represent your ancestors.
People come from across the country because we have a symbolic kind of ceremony, the kind that Dr. King would do. And they would meet at the church, and when they meet at the church, they'd have prayer and singing. People who have a spirit of giving and one of loving to create a beloved community. When you feel better, you can do better.
That's right.
And when you do better, you can make this world better. So January the 20th is the national holiday, and we always celebrate on that day. As Mr. Gary has said, that you can bring your families, and you should.
Yeah, you should.
The late Norman R.C., who was our founder, was mainly responsible for the naming of the street, Dr. Martin Luther King Drive. And you should bring your children and let them know a man gave his life for us to enjoy what we're enjoying. So if you want to do the right thing, put on your Be Like Dr. Lou's shoes, Dr. King's shoes.
And come on and march to the street, because it's not a parade. It's a march.
There you go.
So Fox 2, you all have always been there, Kelly, with us, and we're so happy about that, and just happy to be here. Just wanted to invite everyone. This is for you. And the good part about it is, it's not just for the black people to march. It's for everybody.
Kelly really remembers, because her father, her mom, and her whole family
has
been involved with. Can't say you didn't, Kelly. We saw you.
All right. We want to thank you for joining us this morning. A very important day tomorrow, and we hope that everyone go out and participate in the march and also the service. We'll have all the information on our website. Stay with us. We'll be right back.